Hey there, Preeti. So welcome to your final set of corrections. I can't quite remember when your exam is, but best of luck in it anyway. Well, let's have a look. So this question talks about energy security. So the problem with this conclusion you do mention that there actually. Although the idea that it's a risk to energy security and the idea that it's location specific, they're not quite interrelated, but I'll have a further look above. But let's have a look. This is more what we're talking about. Dependability, reliability. I wouldn't strictly refer to the restaurant industry. There are far greater things at stake than the restaurant industry. So both of these are good. But if we just change this to reliability, this one is then better. Here we focus too much on the restaurant industry, although I'm guessing that you've mentioned that up here somewhere. But they're both quite similar. However, if we change this bit to reliability, because that's what energy security is talking about, then this one becomes better. We don't need to hyphenate that. We really need to mention energy security here, or reliability, or dependability. So you do mention the restaurant industry. Green energy is cost saving. Or that it reduces costs. Okay. Free and renewable, naturally replenished, and no extra costs. See, these things say the same things. So if we just did this, that's then better. Take care not to repeat yourself in the same sentence. I mean, take care not to repeat yourself at all, but particularly in the same sentence. It's not about reducing electricity consumption. Really, it's about meeting the demands of current consumption. Because it's about reducing electricity costs, maybe. So with the aim of reducing the cost of electricity. or most forms of green energy, and it must be fewer environmental impacts or less environmental impact. If you have the S on it, then it's a number of impacts. But if it's without the S, then it's an amount of impact. Let's say could be in danger. Actually, nuclear energy. Oh no, that's not tidal. So now that's good. We've discussed both views. Actually, do you know what? We can even just say many businesses, and because actually, and then we don't have to focus on the restaurant industry at all. Okay, so one more thing is this sentence does kind of say the same thing as this. I think we can get rid of that one safely. I think we're good. Cool. The number of trips. Remember, countable and uncountable nouns. It would be easy just to say that. Is this the low point? Much like Hauler A, Hauler B also saw a fall in the number of trips, finishing the period at 100, though it was still greater than Hauler A's overall number. So actually, I didn't have to change very much here, and the same is true of this one. We are really polishing our ability now. Once again with you, it's just about these sort of little technical corrections. Making sure that we know the difference between countable and uncountable nouns, when we can use amount and when we can use number. Having natural learned ways to refer to things like low points, high points, peaks. You can say trough, but a trough in a graph really refers to a temporary state of affairs. That, previously it was high and then there was a trough, but in order for there to be a trough, there has to be a rise again on the other side. It has to go both down and then up, and that low point is then a trough. But just going down does not, if it goes down, especially at the end of a period, that can't be a trough because it's not a divot, it doesn't go in and out. But I'll send these over to you now. If you have any further questions before the exam, do give me a shout. But stick to the acronym, 4 sentences per body paragraph. And remember which type of essay you're writing, and you will largely be fine. Best of luck in your exam, Preeti. It's been wonderful correcting your work. I'm sure I'll speak to you again soon. Bye-bye now.